Hey everybody, welcome to the third podcast of our $1 Day One podcast. Today I'm here with Alex again. He's your co-host, and yeah, Alex, talk to us about your day. How many apps have you gotten so far? How many dials so far? It's about 2:36 p.m. Central over there in Miami. It's about 3:36. You had some appointments, you said?
Yes, sir. I had like four on calendar up to now. One show, one buying question. Got hit with a think about it objection. Tried to push through it to get him into the app. Was putting in his information to get into the app. Like I was getting his first name, last name, and he just hit me like, you know what? Like I don't have time. Like I don't have time to fill this out right now. He didn't have much of a need because he already had coverage. He had a $250,000 IUL.
Mm-hmm.
And he just wanted to have like extra, like to leave
Yeah,
more behind. That was already going to cover any. He had a mortgage was his only debt, which was like 40,000 left in the mortgage, so
that's
that
still
was going to cover the
significant though.
mortgage.
Yeah,
He, I don't really see like a need here. Is it more so like you just want to leave more behind for them? And he's like, yeah, like I just really want to leave more behind for them. So it seemed more like a want than a need. So honestly,
yeah,
I felt like I was going to get hit with that objection. I kind of saw it coming. Um,
yeah.
but yeah.
No, a want is definitely what you need. Like in my experience in sales, that's what you want. Like you want them to have a want. Obviously, there needs to
Mhm.
be a need, but there is a need. Like he has 40,000 on a mortgage. He has some coverage in place, but he wants like he wouldn't be on the phone if he didn't want this. So yeah, there was a want. That's good. If he fell off like in between, you already got all his info like height, weight, medical past medical conditions, all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
it didn't. It was pretty simple because he had an IUL. He knows how the IUL works. He was able to qualify for the IUL. Nothing's changed health wise since then. It was a
Yeah.
simple call. It was really simple. I didn't really have to educate him much. He's like, I know what I want. I know like he's like he literally started off the call like before I even set the frame like, oh, I just want to see how much 250,000 in coverage is. I already have an IUL. I just want to double what I have now.
Mm, okay. And did you give him a quote at all, or no? An option?
Yeah, I went through the whole call. Like I ended up going through like I set the frame. I went into qualifying questions.
Yeah.
I explained him the IUL. I didn't go through the whole thing of like this is what term is, this is what whole is, and this is what IUL is because he was already sold on IUL. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like I'll give you a quick refresher.
Yeah.
All this is gonna sound super similar because most IULs are the same.
Hmm.
Comes down to three things. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, that makes sense. Pitch price, and then got hit with the think about it objection.
Okay. So it was after explaining the IUL. Just a quick refresher. Did you do like the two most important things of the whole conversation? As you know,
Yeah,
life insurance gets more
yeah.
expensive as
Well,
we age.
I didn't do it exactly like that, but I was just transparent with him because he got that policy 7 years ago. I'm like, full transparency. If I quoted you that same exact number that I quoted you that you got 7 years ago, no matter what carrier we go with, it's going to be more because it's going to age. It's going to get more expensive as you age. So
Hmm.
like I said it in that way, opposed
Yeah.
to he was pretty educated. Like he already knew how it worked. So honestly, don't know what I could have done different. What would you have done different? Like
Well,
on a
I'll
call like
ask
that?
you. Yeah, I'll ask you. Like, was there any hesitancy anywhere? Like, especially like around the option when you presented the option, did you go based off of income, like what's left over at the end of every month, or how did you do that?
Nope. Well, I know he was making like 140K a year.
Hmm.
His kids are grown up. He's got not a lot of expenses. I just pitched like he just came into the call saying he wants 250,000 in coverage. I almost folded. I almost like because like, you have to read your prospect, right? Like there's some people
Right.
that like you don't have to give them the whole spiel. Like they'll buy regardless. I felt like I needed to do discovery with him, so I did, and I went through the whole call, and then I just pitched him what he wanted, which was the 250,000 in coverage. Well, he wanted 500K,
Hmm.
and I showed him what 500K was going to be. And I was like, look, you already have 250,000 in coverage that you got 7 years ago. Do not get rid of that. Like now you're
Hmm.
just throwing everything you've done down the drain. Let's just add 250 on top of what you have now to hit the 500K. And
Hmm.
he agreed there. He's like, yeah, that makes complete sense. So I pitched
Yeah.
him the 250.
Did you anchor him on the price of the 500 though? I think that would have been smart.
I did, yeah.
You did?
I
Okay.
started off at 500. I was like, look, we'll look at 500 just to see what it is. If it's within your budget, great. You could have 50,000 in coverage.
Hmm.
But I really don't think you should let go of the policy you have now.
Yeah. There's some great rebuttals to I need to think about it. Yeah, I want you to think about it. Was it this or this? What do you think it was that made him want to think about it though?
I think it was just like I guess I think it was like a coverage thing. It was like, do I really like? I know I want this, but do I need it for like? Do I
Yeah,
really have to pay $300 a month for this? I think that's where it came from. Because like I think if he doesn't get that policy, he's gonna be completely fine.
yeah,
I don't think it's gonna be like put his family in a tough position.
right. Alex, I think it's so powerful. I've been doing this on every call, and I've been getting a lot of people to like build a lot of urgency just by telling them a quick story. I basically tell them, "Hey, here, let me read through the script and like as if you're the prospect, okay?"
Go for it.
Okay. Okay. And then the second point is I really want to, bring to your attention is actually more important than the first point is that these policies are a privilege. Okay. Alex, what I mean by that is that they're subject to approval and only based on eligibility. Okay. They're amazing policies. Everybody wants one, but not everybody can get one. Not everybody's going to be able to qualify for them medically. For example, my mom, okay, like 8 years ago, she had like a cyst on her wrist. It was like, you know what a cyst looks like? It's like a little ball
Right.
on her wrist, and like no really family history of cancer, but she went to the doctor because it was getting bigger, right? She went to the doctor, and the doctor kind of like maybe thought it was cancer, not really, but it ended up actually being cancer. So we had to take her down to Houston. Over there, they had the MD Anderson Cancer Center. We had to take her down there. They treated the cancer in about 3 weeks, so that's all great. It was gone, right? Treated. But it's still on her medical record,
Right.
and they gave her a prescription. It was a preventative medication for the cancer, so she never got it again, and she still takes that medication to this day. Okay. Now, 2 years ago, she was looking at the coverage. She saw that I was licensed, and about 2 years ago, she wanted an IUL because it's the best option out of all the life insurance policies, right? So she's in Illinois. I have about 24 different carriers in Illinois, so we tried every single one for an IUL. None of them took her in, and like she is otherwise healthy. Like the only thing she's ever had in the past is a gallstone, so she has nothing else, right? The cancer was already that had been 6 years in the past. She would have been approved because of that, it being that far in the past. So it had to have been the medications. We got all the letters back in the mail. It was the medications. So we couldn't do anything about the medical, information bureau report. What we did is we tried for whole life. She got denied with every single carrier, and then we tried for term life. Alex, I'm not stressing this enough when I say this. Like, this is really a privilege. She can't get life insurance at all. At all. So I always like to say, Alex, you're just one prescription away from not being able to get life insurance at all. Does that make sense? And they say, yeah. And then I
That's
move
good.
on.
I like that.
I move on, and I'm like, okay, so like I said, they're amazing policies. Everybody wants one, but not everybody can get one. And so what it's determined on is a couple of factors. Number one, your insurance carrier will look at your medical prescription and, your prescription records, your medical records with a magnifying glass and basically come up with any reason not to approve you, as well as your driving, criminal records, and basically come up with a decision to approve or deny you based on what they find in those records, okay? So my job as a broker is to figure out which of these companies and carriers are even going to have a chance of approving you, and then we'll actually have something to talk about, after we're medically approved, something that we can even discuss whether it's a good fit for you. Does that make sense? Now that puts them in the frame of I need to get approved first. That's the first step. Okay?
Right.
So now
That's good.
I jump right into, so a good rule of thumb, Alex, that I advise all the families that I help just to follow is to keep the contributions around 10 to 20% of what you have left over at the end of every month, just to keep it manageable. Okay? So I already have their annual income. I go into my browser, divided by 12, and I ask them, hey, so it's about $3,500 a month. Is that right? Does it sound right? And they're usually like, maybe a little bit lower. Okay. So after that, I don't say after that, but what are expenses every month? Like bills, the light bill, water, rent, maybe kids are in private school, the mortgage payment. Like, what are all the expenses? They give me the expenses, or they just give me, if they're taking a little while, I just say, okay, how much is left over at the end of every month? Like around there on a bad month. And now they're thinking on a bad month. So it's conservative in their mind now, right?
Mhm.
So now we take that number. I take 10 to 20%. If it's low, I get the range on a good month, and it's typically a higher number. And then I'm like, okay, I'll just work with the middle, take 10 to 20% of that. And then if it's too low, they'll be like, okay, I wanted to set aside more than that. So if it's like $50, I'm like, okay, is $50 where you were wanting to set aside, or was it more, or was it less? And they usually tell me, oh, it's a little bit more. So we get the number, and they gave me that number. I didn't give them a number, right? They gave me that number. So now, like, that's what they want to set aside. I already got confirmation there. Now the next thing I say is, all right, so what we can do here is see how much that $70 would get you in coverage. Pull up the quote tool, do that, do you smoke, etc. Okay, so $70 would get you $142,000 in permanent coverage. I say the exact amount with the cents and everything. Okay, and then I read through that. That's the only time I talk about living benefits, and I add it as like a bonus. That way they agree to the coverage. It just sounds like magical to them that they would get paid out that amount of money if they ever got sick. But the biggest points here are the confirmation, the thinking about it as if, hey, I need to get medically approved first, which I'm going to get to in a second because that's the whole point of me telling you this. And then the third thing is they're in the frame of, hey, I need to do this now because what if like tomorrow I come down with diabetes, or I might have it. Like, for example, everybody's thinking about like a doctor's appointment, like I did today, right? Can I even get life insurance in the future if I get diagnosed with like diabetes or some shit today, right? No. I'd have to get like a graded. So it's like everybody's thinking about that. They're probably thinking about their next doctor's appointment and what could come up, right? It makes them think in a kind of mindset of scarcity or like urgency. Like, I need to do this now. At least see if I'm medically approved, at the very least, right? And so what you do now is they basically say, after I asked any questions about the coverage, they say no. Okay, so what we'll do next is we'll fill out the policy form. I'm not really worried about this. It only takes about 5-6 minutes just to see if you're medically eligible, okay? Do you have a middle initial? And then I'm into the app. So I give them
challenge you on that.
Yeah.
Like, how do you feel about, because the whole thing with that is like when you get to banking, they're like, oh, why do we have to do that? Like, I thought you're not getting full buy-in, if that makes sense. That's the whole thing of like when Tyler is saying like, don't say like, oh, like let's just see if you get approved. I never really did that because, and I've done it once and I ended up being like a chargeback, and I was like, I'm gonna stop doing that. Like, I'm just going to go in, like, I'm only filling out this application if they want the policy, not to see if they could get approved.
Yeah. I guess I'm too new to see any chargebacks, really. Like, that's just the reality of it. So I'll see with time. But my perspective right now is that, like, there's the gross and then there's a net. If I do this, then I get all the gross, and then some will net out, right? But those other ones that netted out, that end up not actually going through, I wasn't going to get anyway. So I might as well just get the reps in all the way through. But my other perspective is, like, I don't really get banking objections, and that's because of something else that I do as well. When I get to the banking page, I ask them this first. I ask them, okay, so Alex, if we get approved today, like if we do get approved for this, do you want the coverage to go into effect immediately? Like, most people just want to do that just to not really think about it and just have coverage in place. Do you want to do that immediately? Or do you want to get coverage in place immediately? Or do you want that $152,000 to go in place immediately? They usually say yeah. Now, you do need to be careful because I've had this one lady say yeah, and then after we submitted, she was like, okay, yeah, I prefer Friday. So I had to call Mutual of Omaha and change that, right? But that's a good problem to have, right? So I say that first, and then I'm always like, okay, what is your financial institution? Is it Wells Fargo or is it Navy Federal? And they say like Cash App or something in the case of today. So they say like Cash App. Let's say they say Navy Federal, right? They say Navy Federal. I go to my Google browser. I type in Navy Federal, Pennsylvania, their specific state, right? Routing number. And then I'm like, okay, this is the routing number that Mutual gave me. Is it blank, 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 right? A bunch of numbers.
Right.
Is that right? And they're like, oh man, let me pull it up. Let me go check. Right? Because they think that Mutual gave it to me, which puts me in the utmost authority. And now when they read it back to me and they're like, oh yeah, that's good. Okay, and your account number? They just give it to me. Right? And then I can move on to, okay, is it a checking or a savings? Okay. And then what day of the month following that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Following this month.
Yeah.
Is that helpful?
I follow the same thing.
Exact same thing?
Pretty much. So I'll just say, I don't give them the option to like say if they want to start 2 days, because like then they could push it back like 2 weeks. I just say, look, so like nothing, you can't actually even pay for the policy today. It's going to take like 1 to 2 days for everything to process.
Mm-hmm.
So today's Friday. You'll probably see that first payment come out sometime on Tuesday, Wednesday. And when you see that 105 come out, that means you're fully covered from that point on. So if anything happens to you, then your family gets the full $150,000.
I like
so
that
then
a lot better.
Then it puts it to perspective, like, wow, like if I pay $150 and I die that next week, they get $150,000. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
So I say that, and then I say, is that going to be okay with you? And then most people, like, they don't think they have the option to move it, like the date. So then they're just like, yeah, that's okay with me. If someone really can't do that, they're going to tell me like, no, that's not okay. Like, I don't have money. Can we do next week on Friday? And in that case, yeah, I'll move it over. But most of the time they're like, yeah, that's fine. I'm like, okay. And then who is it that you bank with?
Mm-hmm.
They say that, and then I'll search up, same thing as you, I search up the routing number, and then I'll say like, okay, the routing number we have on the file here for Bank of America is 12468. Is that right? And then they'll say, I pretty much follow the same process. And then the last thing I'll do is like, okay. And then remember how I mentioned like the first payment's going to come out sometime on like Tuesday or Wednesday? When would you want to see the ongoing payments? Like, would you want to see that on the same day, like every 12th, or you want to see it every last of the month?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much what I'll follow. I mean, there's some people that like legitimate have like banking objections where like they only carry around checkbooks, or they're not at home and they don't have access to their bank. They only use their laptop at home or something like that.
Yeah, I typically get that objection when the client's driving, when the person's driving.
Yeah, that's the thing with taking calls while driving, because it's like you can't really. It's kind of a legitimate excuse. I mean, if they really want it, I've had people like, no joke, pull over on the side of the street to pull their phone out and give me their banking information.
Have you ever asked somebody to pull over?
I've never asked.
Yeah.
But there was one guy that was like, oh, well, I'm driving right now. And what I always say when someone like wants to schedule a call, I'll be like, yeah, no worries. This is really the last part of the application.
Mm-hmm.
We would possibly need to start from scratch depending on when we refresh this. Are you sure there's no way that you could get that? Like maybe, I don't know, what do you think? And then sometimes they'll be like, and then that guy in that case was like, he's like, I'm gonna have a rest stop coming up in like 2 minutes. Just give me 1 second. Mm-hmm. And I just muted myself, or I talked to him about I forgot what, and he pulled over and gave me his information.
Mm-hmm. Dude, one thing I want to talk about, because I really don't think that the script or how we read the script or how we convey ourselves, because you've already found your voice, right? You've been doing this for a long time, since like January. I think I'm beginning to find my voice, and like the best people, the best producers, they always say like you need to be yourself. Like obviously I'm reading off the script, but I'm like cracking jokes here and there. Like I'm building real rapport with these people, a real connection. I really think it comes down to KPIs, like how many conversations, because on Wave you can track how many conversations you had in a day. And that's something I've been putting on my KPI sheet lately, is how many combos I had. Like for example, Tuesday I had like 15. The next day I had like 12. Next day I had 8. That was yesterday, right? Yesterday, Thursday, had an 8. And I didn't close the policy. The day I had 14 or 12 or 14, I closed 2 policies. So it's like the more combos, obviously, the more opportunities you're going to have. I also have opportunities tracked, and I can pull that up too, because I'm really curious. What I wanted to figure out, Alex, since you have so much data from really good months and really bad months, I only have data from last month. Do you have that tracked from January, March,
I wasn't
February?
using Wave. I was using a different dialer. To be honest, the only thing like when I first started, what I was tracking is appointments, shows, if even that. I honestly wasn't even jotting. I
Mm-hmm.
was just jotting down like dials and presentations.
Yeah.
Those are like the two key KPIs. Something that I've started to like notice is I was falling in the trap because I kept saying like you need I keep hearing like you need appointments, you need to fill up your calendar, get appointments,
Yeah.
appointments,
Yeah.
and I was doing that. I was booking 11 appointments a day, and I'm like, oh, I'm crushing it. And then the next day, out of 12 calls, I'll have one show up.
Exactly.
And then he was, and then they had freaking cancer or something, and they can't qualify. And now I just wasted all my day
Yeah.
sitting around.
Exactly.
And
Well, that's another piece, Alex. Like, the best producers also say like you are what you do between your appointments. Like your appointments are known to not show. I'm trying to like one thing I'm working on right now, one project I'm working on is like I talked to IB support and we revamped my entire like automations for appointments. Like I made it myself. And it's not as like, hey, I'm bugging you with a reminder. It's like, oh, something happened. I just want to make sure that we're good. So it's like I don't know how well it works really. I've only had like 2 appointments so far with the new automation system, but we'll see. Like we'll see because the last version it was like 10% or sub 10% show rate. So anything would be better than that, to be honest.
yeah, the mentality I'm starting to get is like, if you're booking 11 appointments, like it's not a good job. Like you talk to 11 people and they all told you to F off, they can't talk right now, and you didn't get through it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think if you book 2, 3 a day, 4, it's better than booking 11. I'd rather try to push through I'm at work, I can't talk right now, because like I'm telling you, you'll hop on like 10 calls and maybe 8 of them will tell you they can't talk right now. Like the odds of you catching someone, like no one's gonna be able to talk. Like no one's just sitting around waiting for Alex to call.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of just push through it a little bit. Yesterday I got into 2 presentations, and those 2 presentations I got into was them telling me that I can't talk right now. And I pushed through it, and I got all the way to the presentation. And the past week before that, I presented maybe 3 times. But I was booking 10 appointments, 9 appointments a day.
Yeah.
None of them were showing up.
Yeah.
So I think
I've noticed that too.
About pushing through that.
I've noticed that too. Like on Wednesday, I had a crap ton of appointments, like probably like 12. And that's the day that I got 2, I believe. Yeah, I got 2 there that day. But I still made a ton of dials. I think there's a lot of merit to your point. Like there's a balance between how many appointments you should have and still focusing a lot of time towards dials and just pushing through. We need to crack that. I think that's really important. Like being able to focus yourself on one call closing is really important. Like getting past hey, I'm at work. Like that's always what I get. I'm at work. And then we schedule for later after work and they never show up. Dude, I swear. No. Those people never show up. I'm always like, okay, will you be able to talk? Like, will you be home at this time? Will you be able to talk? And they're like, yeah. They don't show up.
They could talk. Like, you have to have the mentality. If you're at work, why are you picking up the phone if you can't talk? Especially from like, I get if I call my dad and he's at work, he's gonna pick up the phone.
Yeah.
But from a random number, you're gonna pick up the phone. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So like, can they really not talk? They most probably can. And if they tell me the first time they say, I can't talk right now, I always have the same exact thing. Yeah, no worries. So what was it that even piqued your interest to look into life insurance and the IUL in the first place?
Yeah.
Just keep going with the script. If they tell me again, hey, I just told you I can't talk, I'll say, yeah, no biggies. I got to run here too. Like, what time works for you? And then I'll just schedule the appointment. Like, I'd rather not piss them off and burn the lead, because what if they actually are busy? But I'm 100% not going to take the first rejection. I'm going to push through it. And then I was talking to Zach about it yesterday. Like, my objection handle to everything is like, whenever they say something, yeah, no worries, keep going with the script. And finish with a question. And then eventually they'll answer your question. Or they'll say they'll keep saying, like, I had a guy yesterday that kept saying he would not answer my question. I told him, I flipped it on like 3 times. So what piqued your interest? So what made you even want to look at this in the first place? So what's the goal? What are you looking to accomplish? All 3 times he was like, I'm busy, I can't talk right now. Can you call me later? I can't talk right now. So like I got the memo and I just scheduled them.
Mm-hmm.
So, but who knows? Like maybe if you ask the question twice, they'll answer and you're back on your script.
Right. Yeah, that is a good frame. Like, if they're really, really busy, why would they answer a random ass phone call? Because they definitely don't have your number saved. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So why would they answer a random phone call? Okay. Back in like January, February, March, how many appointments did you have and how many like conversations
I think
do you have daily?
the show rate was way better back then. Like I think the leads were just better. The intent was higher. I think it could be like the season now, but the intent was definitely higher because if I had 10 appointments on my calendar, there were some days where great. I had 5 show up and I closed 3 or I closed 2.
Mm-hmm.
To the point where like I was on so many appointments that I didn't have enough time to dial because I was just on calls all day. I was double booking. So I was doing what Tyler was doing where I was running the booking funnel and I was just taking booked calls, and those that don't show, like those leads that don't go through, like I was calling those maybe once or twice a week. I was closing $30,000 to $40,000 a month, ripping $100 a day because I was just buying booked appointments and they would show up. They would.
Okay. Yeah. So what you're saying is because this is like unheard of to me, right? I'm just so new. You're saying 10 appointments, 5 would show up, 4 or 5, even 3.
Yeah. I was barely down. I was down like 100 on a good day, 150,000 a day.
Wow. And
It's
now we're
because I
doing
was
like
just taking appointments all day.
now we're doing like 300 to 500.
Yeah.
But like
we're
what
buying
is
leads
different
now
though?
too.
Like
We're
that's
buying leads. So that's one thing that's different. I was just buying booked appointments. They were just booking directly on my calendar. I think it's just the intent of the lead, right? If they book directly on your calendar, I've tried running the system before, and that's why I switched back to leads, because I was spending $35 a booking, which I think is perfectly fine if I have a 50% show rate.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not gonna spend $350 for one show.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of not ideal. Your cost per acquisition, let's say you're closing at 33%, is like $900 cost per acquisition. It's not worth it.
Mm-hmm.
So your cost per acquisition will be higher. It'd be like 1,000 pretty much.
So it's all intent. Have you ever tried Zoom appointments?
No.
No?
That's the one reason I stuck with insurance and I enjoyed it was because coming from high ticket and being on Zoom all day, it's so draining staring into a computer talking to someone.
Yeah.
I enjoy put my headset on, I'm walking around, dribbling. I have a little basketball I have in my apartment. I dribble it around while I'm on calls. And then I enjoy it. I look out my window while I'm taking calls.
Yeah.
I hate having to stare at, I could do it for an hour a day, but if I'm on my computer staring at it for 9 hours a day, I might quite literally go crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. Because that's what I'm doing right now. I just sit here and just stare at my screen, just dial in. But there's a disconnect though. Like something's different. Like, and I really want to get down to it. It's not Zoom. You're saying like you still got 5 appointments, but people would book on your calendar, and you did that recently, right? And then you stopped. You switched to leads, just dialing.
Yeah, so in March, I was running the booking funnel. Like I was just paying for booked appointments. Closed.
But what is different though, Alex? Like, is it the automations? Is it there was a VSL?
I generally think it's saturation.
Maybe.
I don't know. I was spending $4,000 a month, and I was writing 30 to 40K. In March, I did it. In May, I did. I would have to look at maybe 20, 26 or something like that, 25.
Mm-hmm.
June, I completely stopped doing IULs, and I went into like the final expense. So that month, you could scratch that. I didn't do anything with IUL.
Yeah.
Went back into IULs the first week of July with booked appointments, and I closed 13K that week.
That
Great
week.
week. Yeah, that week. Closed 13K. Following week, I closed 0. Spent the same amount of ad spend, ran the booking funnel. Following week, closed 0 again. And then that's when I was like, okay, something's off here. I'm gonna switch back to the leads. Josh Reeves and other guys in the team or that were running the same leads as us that were just getting leads were crushing it. So I'm like, I'd rather take control of how much money I make by actually dialing it, like dialing the leads, and got leads, and I closed maybe like 5K or 4K the following week. And now it's August 1st, new month, so we're gonna run the new funnel we're cooking up, and I think the intent's been way better with those, to be honest.
I haven't seen it personally. I haven't gotten anybody to answer from those, but it's just, well, actually one. Yeah, one that I closed. So I can't say none. Yeah, I can't say really anything. I forgot about that close. I'm not going to say that they're bad.
The one today showed up, and I presented him, and that was from the new funnel. The one, the 2 or 1 yesterday was from the new funnel.
But it wasn't a booking, it was a lead that you called and they answered?
Yeah, the new funnel we're running isn't bookings. Like, it's only leads.
Yeah.
It's only leads.
So that's where I'm messing up. Like, maybe something's wrong with my, like, reminders, but I'm not calling these leads right away like I used to, and I really need to do that. Speed lead is really important. It's so important.
I mean, if I'm on the computer and I get a lead, I'm going to call them.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm out running around, I was at the gym earlier before this, if I get a lead, I'm not going to call them. But if I'm doing nothing and I'm sitting here from 9 to 12 or 3 to 6, 7 when I finish working,
yeah,
I'm going to call them.
Yeah, I need to fix my do not disturb for sure.
Do you get text messages?
I need to, yeah. That's something I need to fix. I'll do that right after.
I get text messages every time I get a new lead.
Yeah, me too. Okay. So it's August 1st. If we don't hit 40K this month, I'm actually aiming for more than that. But if we don't hit even 40K, we have to do 75 hard.
I'm already doing it.
But you're not doing the real thing, is it?
No, I'm going to do the real thing.
I'll do the real thing, but you're not doing the real thing right now.
No, I am going to do the real thing.
You're doing it regardless?
Yeah. I think it's, why not? Well, I wasn't going to do it. I'm not going to lie, I wasn't going to do it. Yeah. But then I saw Dale post him working out at 5 in the morning.
The bench in the prison?
The bench in the prison. And I was like, you know what? I'm super competitive. I can't see him post that and me not do it now. Like, I don't care if no one does it, but just the fact that, like, if Dale keeps doing it with me, I will keep on doing it.
6:33 a.m. Yeah, I didn't see what time he posted it. He posted just a bench, bro.
That's like 5:30 in the morning in Tennessee. Or because you're in Tennessee right now, so it's 6:30 for you. Yeah, so it's 6:30 for you guys.
Wait, where's Dale again?
Like Tennessee, Kentucky.
Is he?
Like that.
Yeah, I think he's in
Kentucky. He's on Central Time for sure.
And then Tyler posted a gym pic with Michael.
Mike, I'm telling you, like, I'm gonna run it. I already got my workout in. My diet's gonna be at least eating I'm naturally a skinny guy.
Yeah.
With a little bit of stubborn fat, but I'm trying to put on muscle. So my diet's just gonna be 200 grams of protein a day.
Yeah. As I've been tracking my calories. I'm at like 1,700 to 2,000 calories a day.
That's nothing.
Can't go. Wow. Yeah, I can't go above that.
Why?
Because I guess my goal is pretty. It's pretty like aggressive. Like I want to lose some belly fat.
Lean out?
Dude, I want to have like a shredded six pack. Like I'm pretty jacked, like a little bit, but my abs are kind of going away. Unfortunately, they're coming back, which is great. Like I'm seeing very minor progress. I work out abs. I do push pull leg split 6 days a week, and then on the 7th day I'm like doing cardio, and then I do cardio on some days as well. But it's like walking cardio. It's like 20-25 minutes of walking cardio. It's not like running or anything.
How much do you weigh?
I weigh 153 right now. So I might weigh a little bit less.
So like if you cut down, like what do you plan on? Like 140?
Like 145, but like shredded. Like I would actually be like, yeah, my body fat would be.
145 is really light. I'm 165. I got really shredded when I was 19. like six-pack shredded, and then I got tired of it. I just started eating whatever.
Yeah.
So, but now I'm just like trying to put on as much size as possible. I train a lot of like Muay Thai, so I do my conditioning through that. I run, and then so I'm just gonna do everything 75 hard. My diet's just gonna be the 200 grams of protein. I'm gonna go on a. Well, I had to cut my outdoor workout in half today.
So you lost.
Well, no, I did 20 minutes. The day's not over. I can still go out and do the other half.
See, dude? Yeah, I can tell you're competitive. You actually are.
Yeah, I could do the other half. I did my hour of Muay Thai at 12. After I finished Muay Thai, the gym I go to is like, I live like, it's not in like downtown Miami, but it's like a little city. So I just walk. And it's like a 20-minute walk. So I walked back to my apartment. That was like 20-minute outdoor workout. Now I'm going to do my 20-minute outdoor. Whenever I finish working, like at 6 or 7, I'm going to go on a jog or walk. One of the two. Probably jog.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to help us hit our goal. Like we should do it regardless.
Yeah.
Get locked in. Also, this time of the year is like the one time of the year where there's absolutely nothing going on. Like August, no holidays. September, no holidays. October is not a holiday until Halloween.
Yeah.
So you really have 3 months to just lock yourself in and do nothing, because all the other times of the year there's holidays. Like
right.
There's Thanksgiving, there's Christmas, and then
Summer's
summer
like
it's summer. Yeah, like
whole holiday.
It's summer. So, and then for those that you have girlfriend and wives, like you're not gonna be locked in on Valentine's Day. You're gonna be munching, slamming food down. So this is like the one time where like I have a girlfriend, so I could use this as an excuse. It's like there's nothing going on. Like I could literally lock myself in my room and just work, and just get better.
So you said something that I did not expect. You said, I want to move to Nashville. Do you, like, what's stopping you? I really wish we had an office over here, bro. Like, I really, 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 really wish that. That'd be so sick.
I think, I mean, I think we've talked about it before. Like, the one thing that separates the best agencies from the ones that aren't doing that good is that the best agencies are all in person.
Yeah.
I think at scale, not at scale, like the way the team is right now, we 100% could be crushing it, because the only people left is the ones that genuinely care and want to be good and want to get better. Yeah. But if you want to build a large-scale agency at scale, you need to be in person, because it's so hard to find. Like, really the only people left right now is you, me, Zach, if you think about it. I think there's like a couple other people doing like the final expense stuff. There's other people, yeah. But
no, there's more than that. Like Sebastian,
yeah. But he's not like, I mean, now he's going to get into it. Now he's going to get into it, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's going full time.
Yeah.
I think Jared, some other people. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you're right for the most part, yeah.
Yeah, if you want to have, like, the thing is that a lot of people can't, like, they need to have that. They need to have that in-person experience. That, I mean, I don't need it. I'd work fine from home.
Yeah,
I would like to have it, just because I also just hate I've been working on my own terms from home for the past two years or even longer.
Yeah.
Since I was 20, I'm 24 now. Since I was 22, I've been working remote.
Mm-hmm. That's the main appeal for me too. Like just having a place that you can go away from home. You have community there. You have good friends, so you can go hang out after. You can go eat out, right? You can go work out together and be competitive. Right. Like I'm a very competitive person. It's hard to be competitive when you're like on your own. Like it's only you versus you. But like I would love to go work out with Mike. I would love to go work out with Tyler. Like I would love to go work out with Hunter, right?
I mean, you're in Nashville right now.
Yeah. And I suppose I could.
How far are you out from those guys?
Dude, very close. Very close.
Like 15 minutes?
Yeah, probably like 10.
Oh, you're right there.
Yeah. Nashville, dude, everything's so close if you're like in the city. Hunter and Tyler both live like 30 minutes away to 40 minutes. But, yeah.
Yeah, I think I've never been there. I've never been to Nashville. I would need to go. I mean, my lease is ending now in September.
Damn.
And September 8th, I think.
Are you gonna renew in Miami, or what are you gonna do?
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I would love to go check out Nashville. Like I 100% need to check it out before. I'm not just gonna pack my stuff and move there because then if I'm just miserable, I don't think I would be just because like the people I'd be surrounded by. But I would want to make sure I like it first.
It's a great city, yeah. Yeah, you should definitely check it out.
Because you're not from there, right? Like you're from Houston, right?
Right. And Houston I don't like Houston. I'm mainly from like Illinois, like the suburbs of Illinois, and Nashville's beautiful, bro. Like honestly, probably one of the best cities for somebody that loves doing 75 hard and is like competitive like that and like healthy and just like people like us that are young. And there's a specific place that I think about. It's called the Gulch. People are always running there. They're like a little bit younger. They're like 20 to 25, typically, maybe late 20s. But
is that like a park?
The Gulch has
like
a park. It's like an area of Nashville that's in like midtown to downtown, and yeah, like it's just a great like that's where there's a lot of like apartment buildings there that have like great communities. Like the Albion is one huge one that's like really nice. Like that area is fantastic. Like I even want to live there. Like that's where I want to live. So I'll probably like go there next. But yeah, you're right. Like I came for college for Vanderbilt, and I didn't fall in love with it. Like I don't love the whole drinking scene, but I love like the youth of it. Like everybody's like, you know, our age for the most part. There's some great people here. Like everybody's attractive. Everybody's so nice, right? And like very healthy, fit people. Like you can fit in really nicely if you like jog, or if you go like run outside, you'll see people like running outside, you know? So it's cool like that. And it's a great place to live. So I would definitely check it out. I mean, I'd love to host you. I'm sure Tyler definitely would, like for sure. By the way, like, I don't know if you knew this, you probably did, but Michael literally lived with Tyler at one point.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I wasn't here for that. I don't know what that's about, but
they were in Zoom calls together.
Yeah.
He had him sleeping in his basement. He was like a stray cat. He left back to his apartment. Supposedly he kept coming back.
He was just his apprentice, bro. Okay.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe after 2-3 episodes of these, we'll be in person.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, dude, that'd be sick. But yeah, I would love to host you. I have a sick view. It's only one bedroom. Yeah, it's only one bedroom, but we have a sick couch. I mean, it's actually a nice couch. It's really comfy. It's probably more comfy than my bed, to be honest. And I have a purple mattress. It's really comfy, bro. But Tyler would definitely host you. I'm sure Mike would. Hunter, I haven't been to his place yet, but you know, he's down there by Tyler. And I guess we'll end with this.
Goals for August? Have we discussed goals for August?
I think we have briefly, but do you want to go above 40K? Like we'll say our goal and like what we're gonna do to achieve it. That is like has a very high likelihood of hitting that goal. I'm
gonna do 40K, and I'm gonna spend. I think it generally comes down to lead spend. Like as long as like, don't get me wrong, if you're brand new into the business, like you gotta go through your trials first. But after doing it for like 6 months, there's only so much that you could do. Like it comes down to a lot, like how much money you're putting into it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna spend $6,000 to get to 40K. That's what I'm gonna spend.
Do you know how much Tyler's putting in? Didn't he say a number?
8,000.
8,000?
2,000 a week. I'm gonna do 1,500 a week.
That's what I'm gonna do. I almost want to go to 2,000, but dude, I haven't gotten deposits since like the beginning of this month or last month. All of June, I didn't get any deposits, and I know that policies went into effect, so I don't know, but like I should, dude. I have so much commission just like sitting there waiting to hit my bank. Once it does, bro, I'm going ham. Like I might even go to 2,000 a week. But the measure that I'm gonna be looking at is like 15 combos a day. Like if I can do that,
Mm.
then then
I want to do presentations. Like I think presentations, like, because 15 combos, you can do 15 combos. Because what do you consider a combo? Like what's your definition of a combo?
convo is just a conversation above 3 minutes. But you're right. It's like that's not a
That
direct
could be booking
correlate.
an appointment.
Yeah, it's like indirectly correlated. It's not directly correlated to wins. Okay. Yeah,
I
that makes
think
sense.
presentations is the best way to do it. Like I was listening to a podcast that I showed you guys, where every single one of his guys in his office has to hit 6 presentations.
I did see that. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And I think that's the key Like, think about it. Even if you are terrible and you pitch 6 people, one of those will probably buy. And if you're closing one a day, you're gonna hit 30K.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, I've seen other people that measure it by that too. So that's maybe you just helped me out a lot because maybe I was going about this all wrong. Yeah, I think you're right, dude. 6 pitches a day. Doesn't matter. He said it doesn't matter if it's my grandma. It doesn't matter if it's a lady downstairs in their office. Like, go get your like reps in. Go get like your pitches in. You know. That's how it worked when he was selling books. I don't know if you remember that part.
yeah,
But that's really important, man. So you're gonna go for 6 every day?
6 a day is the goal.
You know how many dials that would take?
I have no idea. I mean, right
Probably like
now
1,000.
he said his guys do $300 a day and they get 6 pitches.
Dude, that's what like I'm confused about because
That's where I'm like, yo, these guys' leads are cracked or I don't know what, but
yeah,
right now I'm doing like 500 a day and I get 2 pitches.
I know.
So that's the only thing that I'm like having trouble really comprehending, like
Yeah, there's a disconnect
how
there,
you could get 6 presentations out of $300.
Maybe it's because they're final expense. Because I remember with final expense, like inbound, for example, it was a lot easier to get a full presentation, but that doesn't
They're
mean it
calling in.
closed.
They're calling in though.
They're outbound.
Like no, like when we're doing inbound, like they're calling in.
They
like,
are calling in. Yeah.
Like you're paying for qualified conversations. So like
Yeah.
there's no volume gain there. It's just
Yeah.
how much money you could actually put into having like conversations.
But what I mean is like maybe they're not doing all IULs. Maybe it's final expense and IULs leads.
Yeah, I think that's what it sounds like. It kind of sounds like they just do life insurance, and then based on how the call is, if they qualify for an IUL and they're healthy and young, great IUL. If they don't, then it's just let's look at whole life final expense, 30,000
exactly.
in coverage, etc. I mean, it'd be good. I would love to know like how they do that because that's really impressive. Like 300. Technically with those numbers, we should be presenting 12 times a day. We're doing like 500-600 a day.
Yeah, but it's also like aged leads. Maybe
They get like 20 fresh leads a day.
Yeah, because even like we're not getting that right now
No.
at all. Like I'm getting like 2 to 5 a day, unfortunately.
I think if we get to, because 20 leads a day is what? 20 times 7 is 140.
140, yeah.
140 times 15 is 2,100 a week. Is what you would need to spend, and that would get you 6 a day. Maybe $2,000. Like maybe when we scale up, $2,000 where we need to be at. That's the number. $2,000.
I might just try that for a week.
I wouldn't.
What's
do
the
it.
worst that can happen?
I would wait till the funnel's like running.
I agree. When like everything's looking good and all the KPIs on the marketing side are looking good, click-through rate and appointment lead cost. That's the most important thing, lead cost.
Right. Yeah. 15. If it's at $15, then we're good. I think right now, they're not scaling it up. Like it's not like what they were running before. Like the budget per day, I don't know what it was, but it definitely wasn't high because they were saying leads are $15 a lead, but yet we're only getting like 5 to 3 leads a day and it's split amongst 3 or 4 of us.
Yeah.
So the math isn't mathing. It's because they're probably spending little, like very little a day, just to make sure like everything's right.
Yeah.
Before they just take the lid off the bottle and just pour everything into it.
That's what they did. You saw
Yeah.
Casey's message?
Of what?
He said like that's literally what happened.
Oh, like that's what he's gonna do now.
Yeah, take the lid
He's
off
gonna
the
take the
bottle.
lid off and
Yeah,
just pour all these.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
all the numbers look good. But
That's
yeah,
good.
so that's the goal. I'm with you though, 1,500 a week, and then 2,000. Like I think there's a lot of money to be made. Like, what's the worst that can happen? Like, I just put that on a credit card. I write it back. I really just need like this these commissions
Payouts
to hit. Like, I
to
really
pay the
do.
cards off. Yeah.
But yeah, we'll end it on that, Alex. Beautiful day 3, a little bit of a longer one, but a lot of value here for sure for somebody that's brand new or even like somewhat new. Maybe they don't have anybody to look up to, like Tyler, for example. But you know, we're already miles ahead, and I just completed my first month. So I'm gonna keep like I record a loom every day on my YouTube channel. I'm gonna keep doing that even after day 30 because it's a good habit. Like I love it, just documenting. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna keep doing that, and yeah, guys, catch you next time for episode number 4.
Later. Peace.
Later.